unlike most of my trips, this one is going to require a road trip as well as a flight. I am flying into Houston and then I'm going to drive to Dallas to meet up with my son who's doing an internship in Dallas. I'm pretty excited for him. Upon coming down into Houston, my eye caught this huge fire going on in the distance. I'm not sure what it is, but it's something burning, and it's burning pretty big. I'm landing in Houston Hobby Airport. I'm going to meet up with my uncle who lives in Houston, and we're going to play some pickleball. But first, I need to relax in this Texas sun. So after a short rest, it was time for some evening pickleball. And in Texas, indoor pickleball is pretty normal. I'm used to playing outdoors, but we played indoors. What I'm not normally used to is playing in the evening and again in the morning. And man, my arm was suffering. But I didn't have time to rest. My arm needed to recover because I was going to drive to Dallas. Inappropriately slow, I was driving from East Texas up to Dallas all by myself, and the right song came on the radio. And not far from Dallas, there it is. Something I always wanted to visit, a Buc-ee's. And here I am, finally. I heard so many cool things about Buc-ee's, but I've never been and I never really watched videos on it, so it's going to be my first experience. And oh man, it did not disappoint. This place was huge. It was almost the size of a Target or something. It's so hard to describe, but I was told to get some of these beaver nuggets, so I got to try that. But man, they sell everything here. They got swimming pool stuff, all sorts of outdoor stuff. They got clothes. I don't know what they don't have in here. And I do love Bigfoot stuff. It's like a sports store in addition to a truck stop. There's outdoor target shooting stuff, but there's all sorts of other stuff too. I can't even describe it. Barbecue stuff, and yeah, cowboys. Go Cowboys. It's an unfortunate fact if you're a Cowboy fan like myself. We haven't had much success. Texas A&M Aggies, Texas Longhorns, of course. And the ubiquitous "Don't Mess with Texas" shirts. I'm just walking through and I just can't believe all the stuff they have. Just everything. I'm definitely going to get one of these shirts for my son. And I've only covered one wing. I still have the whole other half to explore. And this is where there's all this food. That's what I also heard about. Good food at a truck stop. So these fresh-made nuts is something that my wife wanted me to pick up for her. Some of these almonds. And can't disappoint the wife. So my uncle's wife told me I have to get this fresh-made brisket sandwich. Who would have thought that they would make brisket sandwiches at a truck stop? Man, I really wanted to take a picture with Buc-ee, but there are all these kids and people around, and I was feeling a little self-conscious about asking. Lots of brisket sandwiches, so I definitely grabbed one and got some of these Buc-ee chips too. And over here, there's even a bakery, gosh, with all these pastries and cookies and muffins and all that stuff. I think I'm in Disneyland or something. There's fried chicken, beef jerky, all sorts of beef jerky, different varieties, and this is the fresh-made ones. I did end up getting a pound with their most popular flavor, and it was really good. The nice lady behind the counter said the Bohemian garlic was their #1 selling flavor. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think every truck stop has a nut roaster, right? In addition, they all got their own pastry brands too, right? This looks pretty tasty, but I gotta control myself. There's so much stuff, some kind of fudge. Oh man, there's just everything here. I just can't believe it. There's a little bit of everything. Plenty of beverages to help keep you up on your long drives. Lots of coffee. All sorts of slushies. It seemed like there was a Buc-ee's label on every one of your favorite kind of snacks and nuts and chips, things like that. There is always a Buc-ee's brand, so that's quite interesting. There's a lot of these things. They look like normal brands, but they're Buc-ee brands. Lots of cool novelty snacks. You really gotta contain yourself, or you'll spend a ton of money. Buc-ee's hot sauces, spices, Buc-ee's barbecue sauce, Buc-ee's this, Buc-ee's that. Man. And of course, I can't resist. I gotta get some steak seasoning, and I got some barbecue sauce. There's all these nuts and dried fruits and all this stuff, man. All right, I gotta get some of these. And if you want to cook your own food, there's barbecue stuff for that. You could do some car maintenance while you're here. Need to do some home shopping? Well, there's pots and pans and kitchen accessories and plates. Home decoration. You could pick up some home decoration on the roadside on your way to Dallas from Houston. And just when I thought I saw everything, now there's even Buc-ee's pickleball equipment. Buc-ee's paddles and balls. All right, I need to stop. I already got a basket full of stuff, and it turned out to cost me $100. Who would have thought I would spend that much? All right, turns out I spent way too much time here. My son is waiting for me at the Dallas airport. I was actually a little late picking him up. He did have to wait for me, unfortunately, because I was here messing around at Buc-ee's. This is what I'm here for. I got my son. And yes, everything is bigger in Texas. Man, this is the biggest Target I've ever seen in my life. Yes, the humidity is real. But we had dinner at this really cool place. There was some water, I think a man-made lake area. It was actually really nice. Had a nice dinner with my son. Finally got to relax a little bit. Had a beer and some food, some seafood. It was pretty good. And the next day, despite being exhausted, we squeezed in a round of golf. Always enjoy a round with my son. I used to beat him every now and then, but these days, I never beat him anymore. He's just too good. We needed to make one last stop to Whataburger before I leave for the airport. And I left just in time. The rain started to come down, so the weather held up for me while I was in Dallas. There was actually a tornado warning later that night. So that will end my adventure. Now I'm flying back to Orange County. See you guys on my next trip.